okay, what did you guys do for your 30 minutes? Because, I had to get something to drink. I had to get something to eat. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling it. Like, yes, but this is so worth it. I'm like loving all the conversations that have been coming through the building so far today. Have you guys been doing the same? I think that's going to be even more so, like, the further we get into it. Like, this conversation that we're getting ready to have next is going to be pretty much fire as well. Some things I want to definitely just kind of reiterate is, like, thank you to these contributors that helped me put this whole entire thing together. My friends, J-Dot and Ben, my cousin, he's going to be on here. My homegirl, my sister friend, Karen LCC Collective. Thank you, girl. And my sister, Daria Fennell Media Group. So if you guys could take a moment and just go follow them, that would be great. Because that just shows me that I'm appreciated and I'm loved and I'm supported, and I definitely want to support them too. So thank you. Yes. What were some of the biggest kind of gems that you guys got from the last conversation? Yes. Hey, Sabrina. I, for one, got that basically we can do whatever we put our minds to. Seriously. Monique, you said fit in 30 minutes of homeschool. Okay. I love that. That's a good goal. Yes, ma'am, Nana. I feel like we are we are so powerful, and like, thank you, Jennifer. And we just have so much to offer. Oh, yes, invigorating. I like that word, Virginia D. This is so invigorating. Thank you for putting this on. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you guys for coming. It was just like the gems that I got from the last session are so powerful. It's just like, I just really want everyone to know, like, we can do whatever we put our minds to. And that's why I kind of asked a lot of the people that I know, and some people I don't know, whether or not they would be coming on here or be open to coming on here and dropping some jewels and some gems that they might have for you guys during this COVID situation. It's still going on. I know some places are kind of opening back up again. I'm in New York City, so New York is a little bit behind everyone else in terms of opening, because we've had so many. Because we've had so many different things going on. That's huge, you know. And because of that, I just didn't want people to like. It's easy to get inside our heads and then think to ourselves and like, oh my gosh, how are we going to make money? How is this going to happen? How's that going to happen? That's a given. We're all going through that. But at the same time, thank you. But at the same time, I think that it's just like, how can we grow from this? What can we do? How can we pivot? How can we make new things happen? So that's why I'm really excited and really, really beyond the moon that these two next ladies are getting ready to step into the room. Okay. So I have known Naeemah for a long time now. It's been a minute, and it's like, yes, I think it's before. Okay. It's been a while. Okay. And so I'm so excited to have her come in the room. And then also Felicia Leatherwood. I haven't technically met her in person, but literally her work is amazing. And then also I've spoken to her, and she's such a sweetheart, so sweet. And the level of knowledge that these women are going to drop on y'all today is big, because we have a lot of people in the hairstylist community that are going through it, you know, and because they're going through it, I really wanted to pour into this segment just to see how, because even I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I needed a haircut. Okay. I needed a haircut, and I was like, I need a barber, because y'all was about to see Joy looking real. Okay. And I was like, how can I make this happen? And I was like, I'm suffering. I need my barber back in the chair. Okay. So anyways, without further ado, let me introduce and bring up, well, first let me introduce them. I have to act like a real reporter here, okay? A real moderator. Naeemah Lafond. Let me read a little bit from her bio for you guys. Driven by an unwavering passion for the art of hairstyling, is one of the industry's most sought after hairstylists and educators, which is really true. She actually keyed the Christopher John Rogers show from last season. And if you guys haven't seen that show, I would love for you guys to go and take a look at that show because it was amazing. And then also she keyed the Fee Noel show too. That was some beyond hair, okay? When I say that, you have that, her skill level is unmatched, in my opinion. She has been featured on the pages of Elle, Allure, Teen Vogue, and her week has been, and many more. Okay. Today, as a global artistic director of Amika, she's a global artistic director. Global. Okay. We talking about global now. Naeemah has fused her love for the art of hairstyling with her passion for education. So, help me welcome Naeemah Lafond into the room.
Hi, guys. Joy. Thank you for that intro. Got to leave it to our sisters to properly introduce us. I love it.
Oh, you're welcome. Now, bring in Felicia Leatherwood.
Yes.
Because this is another industry heavyweight, okay? Let me tell you, people are coming in the room, okay? So Felicia Leatherwood styles have been featured on such high-profile acts as Ava DuVernay. Have you guys heard of her? Issa Rae. I know you guys have heard of her. Will Smith. Yeah. And Jill Scott. Stassi. Yeah. Okay. She's whether online on Fox's hit show The Real or in person, Leatherwood's message is rooted in the idea of holistic health, which is amazing, and fundamentally loving yourself. That is what it's all about, loving yourself. It is from these experiences that the idea of a specialized hair solution began to form, and she created a product out of that called Brush with the Best. So guys, help me welcome in Felicia Leatherwood into the room.
Hey,
how are you?
Good. I just want to reach through the screen and squeeze Naeemah. Hi. She's my friend in my head and on.
Yeah. We're like IG friends and sisters. Yeah.
I love that. So guys, thank you guys so much for coming today. I really appreciate the fact that you guys took time out of your busy schedules to step into the room and say and join these participating audience members and just impart some of your knowledge. So I think that's amazing. I want to start with Naeemah. And what have you been doing during this downtime?
Well, as you mentioned, I'm the artistic director for Amika, so I've been doing a lot of teaching, a lot of education. I've been teaching all of our salons internationally, from here to Europe to South America, Central America, just doing Zoom classes with all of our salons just to make sure that the stylists are staying inspired and staying connected.
Gotcha. How about you, Felicia? And first of all, I love your head wrap. It's beautiful.
Yes.
And your frames. I need to know what the frames are from. Okay, we'll talk after.
I need a haircut, but we're on quarantine.
So you're like me, but you know how to make it look better. So what have you been up to during the quarantine?
Ooh, I feel like I'm busier. I realized that because I'm not traveling and I'm home, there were a lot of things I was avoiding.
Okay.
There were a lot, literally a lot of work that I needed to take care of. I needed to build my brand in a certain way and get it streamlined and more efficient. And I have a company called Texture Management, and there are 17 hairstylists and makeup artists all over the world, a part of Texture Management. So basically just connecting with them and staying connected and supportive of each other.
Okay.
Is what I've been up to. And I've been painting. I don't know if y'all saw.
Yes.
I'm seeing it. You're amazing. Follow her now. Please follow her because follow both. But the painting that I've been seeing you do is wow.
So good.
It's so good. So, okay, let's get into the nuts and bolts here. The hairstylist community has been affected immensely from this quarantine, COVID, pandemic, all of that. Like, you know, and I want to know, like, how has the pandemic and quarantine how has it affected the community? I only know from what I see from my friends. But what about freelance stylists or salon stylists, like artists? How has it affected your industry?
So for me, I kind of shut everything down to be more of a personal hairstylist,
Okay.
but I have friends, and then talking to some of the women in texture management who just opened up amazing salons.
Mm-hmm.
They've had to close the doors. So what I'm discovering is that, and I don't want to jump too far ahead because I know some of the questions will, you know, we'll touch into this, but what I love is that people of color, we are very resilient. We find our way out of no way. And whether they have come up with doing lives, created cards for their clients so that they know what to do at home, called them personally and have done consultations. And I've done that with some people, consultations. That has kind of kept them in the game and kept their spirits up, opposed to not doing anything.
Yes.
They're being creative. And when we have our calls every week, we find other ways to be creative and how to stay in the game. And what I've told everyone is a lot of us are looking at what happens when this is over. We need to look at the future. We need to look at 10 years, 20 years, 30 years into our business and how we want it structured, because there'll be another pandemic. It'll be, we can't go outside, our eyeballs will fall out or something, so we have to be ready for that and always be ready for the next thing.
That's so true. What about you, Naeemah? What do you think?
Well, I'm definitely seeing a lot of people going through it. Like, the industry is definitely hurting. With my position, I work with a lot of both freelance and stylists that work in the salon. So I feel like there's stylists that are owners, like, they're scared that they're going to lose their salons. There are stylists that are not owners. They like booth rent, and they're like concerned that they can't make their rent, and they have to make their rent because if they don't, then the owner can't pay for the building or the space. And then the freelance stylists, some of them are not getting checks that they're due from stuff that they've done like way back before.
Wow.
So they've just been trying to like just make it through. I know some friends of mine who are like doing like custom wigs at home. Like, let's say something they would do in the salon, like they would say, okay, purchase the wig, send it to me. I'll do the hair for it. I'll style it and I'll send it to you. Just kind of making a way around me actually having you in my chair. So like Felicia was saying, we are so resilient and we're making a way.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Do you think that black salons in particular, and freelancers, do you think they'll be able to survive after this pandemic?
Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some changes, some big changes that have to be made. But we're hustlers, like hairdressers, we're hustlers. We are going to make it work some way or another. So I'm not really concerned about that at all. I think that after this is over, like stylists, clients are just waiting for those floodgates to open.
Yeah.
So that they can know like when I can make my appointment, how I can make how can I get back into your chair to get my hair done? Yeah. So I don't think there's going to be like a decline in that need. We're going to be okay.
Okay, gotcha. Felicia, what do you think?
Some of us started off doing hair in the basement or the one bedroom, you know what I mean? So a lot of us got here starting off on the bootleg side, So that's why I think we'll survive. The thing about this, and especially to the people who are watching, is this gives you an opportunity to really restructure your business and how you want things to go and to prepare better for an emergency situation.
Yes.
So I'm even though it doesn't feel good, it's kind of forcing us to do better. Especially with the sanitation of our instruments, because some people, everybody can attest to going to salon and it's like the seats are just turning over, like it's one person after one person, and people don't always sanitize their tools. They use the same thing on the same people. We can't do that anymore. We have to be mindful to make sure that our tools are sanitized or clean. We have to have, state board issue paperwork up so that the clients feel safe and they know that we've been tested. We pay attention to that part of our business, and we have their best interest in their health in mind.
Yeah, especially since we are the most at risk right now, the ones that are really dying from this disease. We really have to take it seriously. Yes, we have to make a way. We're going to hustle and, get this money, but we have to do so smartly, and keep each other alive. There's this one link that I saw, a list of like what you should do, like practices to follow on the Pro Beauty Association website. You just go there and it has like a lot of different like ideas and advice on things to do in the salon or in your styling space to just make it as safe as possible when the doors reopen. And, it's a lot of stuff that even I didn't even think about. So, so it's a good resource.
Oh, wow. If you are okay with it afterwards, can you send me that link?
Sure.
I would love to share it out as well, because it'd be great for everyone to kind of like use these practices. So everyone knows Black hair salons and barbershops are staples in the community. That's where we go and we kick it. Okay. Like my hairstylist, when I had a lot of hair, knew more about me than anybody.
I'll tell us everything.
Yes. I mean, like literally like therapy sessions. Okay. It is true. What I want to know is how can we, as a community, help to support these salons and these staples in the community? How can we rally around and then like make sure that they're taken care of? Felicia?
So I think I look at it as it's not just the hair salons, it's Black business, period. Black business, period, hasn't had the support from our own community and our own people. And we have to retrain the way we think and do things. We have to be more aware that we're not supporting each other so that we can support each other. I think a lot of people automatically will just run to all these different places to get what they need when really it's right next door. It's this lady up the street. It's the sister who's been trying to do her thing for a long time. And just now, since everybody's on social media, we can use our platform to do that. I try, I have a large enough following base on Instagram where I've offered for people to come on my live, or I'll go on there so that my followers become their followers, and then they find out what they have going on. So I think that we need to start supporting each other by marketing and promoting one another.
Yes.
Years ago, I had a group called Queens of Prosperity. And in my home, I would have about 25 women who had different businesses that they wanted to put out. And I gave them 5 minutes to stand up, talk about their business. They would bring a sample, give it to all the women, and we would go out and market and promote them. And we did that with each other. And I feel like now is the time for that to be prominent. We may not be able to get together physically, but we're here right now on social media. So we really have to be mindful that we're not doing it so that we do support the salons, the barbershops. When they do open, we need to have classes in the community that support mental health, classes in the community that support how to eat properly so we do stay healthy. So we're not the number one on the list for high blood pressure, diabetes, coronavirus. You know what I mean? We have to take care of ourselves.
That is so true. What do you think, Naeemah? Do you think how can we as a community help and make sure these businesses stay open,
Yeah, I think as Felicia was saying, support is number one. And there's definitely a few ways to support. I've been telling my stylist that I mentor, reach out to your clients, reach out to the community. And if your clients or they're dying to book you, when are you going to open? When can I book an appointment? They can pre-book so that you actually get some cash in your hands that you desperately need right now. They can pre-book. So when you do open up, you have a group of people that you're going to cater to first because they've already pre-booked, you've gotten their money, and then you can go on to the next. So it's more like you're catering to your loyal clients first when you open up the salon. Another way is for you to become an affiliate, like the stylist or the salon owner, to become an affiliate for a brand, like a hair product brand. So pick a product brand that you love as a salon owner or just as an independent stylist and appreciate. Reach out to them. These brands, the majority of them are doing okay because online sales are not down. Online sales are okay, especially people are home, they're conditioning their hair, they're still doing things to care for their hair. So now's the time for you to reach out to brands and say, hey, like, I'm interested in being an affiliate. Do you have an affiliate program? So with that affiliate program, what happens is that you are now able to sell that product, so the product comes through you. So the person, let's say Felicia is interested in buying a product through me. So she'll say, Naeemah, can you send me a shampoo? I'll have Amika send her a shampoo or whomever, whatever brand it is. It doesn't have to be any specific brand. Reach out to whatever brand you like and have that brand send the product to them, and you get like 40% commission or 30% commission. So you're making some money. Right now, I tell everyone online businesses are doing great. Online education, online product sales. So as stylists, we have to realize we need to pivot a bit. It might not be right now that salons are going to open, but try to think outside the box. Think differently on how you're going to manage your money, manage your business. Okay, you might not have the client in your chair, but how else can you service them? Can you do a Zoom consultation with them and say, hey, let me talk you through how you're going to take care of your hair right now. How are you going to, help grow your edges while, we're in quarantine? Like, it's a good, to be honest, a great time to do that. Women that have like traction alopecia and things like that happening with their hair, it's a great time to care for the hair, where you don't have to put wigs on the hair, or you don't have to, do any tight braids or anything like that. It's a good time to care for the hair. So now's a great time to sell products to your clients. And that's a great way for them to support you in this time.
I think is what I'm really kind of wondering about in terms of, and you kind of went into my next question is literally like what, because hair salons are closed right now, what are some of the ways that Black salon owners can think outside the box and bring in income? And Felicia, would you want to have like a section to talk about that as well?
I mean, actually, Naeemah touched on it because what I've been doing is I've been doing Get Cute while quarantined with Felicia Leatherwood.
Okay.
Every Saturday for the last 4 weeks, I've been doing a live, and it's been amazing. The response has been incredible, far beyond what I thought it would be. And I found out that a lot of people don't know, and they're scared and they're stressed out. So some people losing hair as a result of it. There's so many avenues and spaces for hairstylists and barbers to live in now as it relates to the clientele, because they don't know and they need help at home. So this is a good opportunity for us to structure, like I was saying earlier, our business and brand certain aspects of it to cater to the clientele. I've been doing private consults that get booked and people pay online, and they get to spend an hour talking to me and showing me their hair. And we go through everything, and I don't hang up the call until I know you got at least 3 to 4 good hairstyles that you can do on yourself. And I often tell my hairstylist team, do that. Create all of this. Create even a sanitation, like a way for you to conduct your salon, so even other stylists know about social distancing, about proper etiquette, health as it relates to the clientele when they come in. Because I see some barbershops now, they're putting plastic up. I don't know if that'll do it. Right. Because a lot of times when people talk, you're right here. It's fine to have plastic between you, but what about you and the actual hairstylist or the barber? And I work on set, so we're in a trailer. So now we have to structure things from that standpoint. A lot of it's going to be unionized structure, So there's a Barberside certificate that I see a lot of people posting about, and I think it's helping clients feel safer. I think it's helping them feel better. But at the end of the day, we have to sit down and at least try to find, I would say, at least 5 to 10 things that you do very well in terms of being a hairstylist or a barber or anything. You don't just do hair. There's other talents we all possess that we have tapped into. It could be education. It could be, that you understand the mechanisms of the scalp in different conditions. It could be you're helping women that are going through chemo. Like, find that niche and where you have a strong suit and operate from there, because people need us. And they don't need us just to make them look cute. They need to feel good right now. So I think we have a space that we need to fill in that.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Naeemah, you kind of touched on this in terms of like affiliate programs, but I would like to know, my last question is about business salon owners. What about the stylists themselves? Not just, just business owner. What can stylists themselves, freelancers, do to continue on and make some money as well?
Those affiliate programs that I'm seeing brands are doing are for anyone. It's not just for salon owners. Okay. So they're just for, like, everyone on my team has been doing affiliate programs. Stylists that I know, I've reached out to stylists that I've worked before in the past that I see posting, like, I don't know what I'm going to do in this time. Like, this is a struggle. I'm like, hey, look at the brands that you like. Reach out and see if they have an affiliate program, because your clients are still looking for products. So instead of them buying it on Amazon or some website, they can get it through you and you can make a major commission out of it. And also, like I was saying, still servicing your extension clients. Maybe you're not putting it in for them, but you're coloring it, you're cutting it, you're styling it. There's still some ways. And as Felicia is saying, you're saying that, there are other things that we do than just do hair. As hairstylists, we're creatives, we're artists. Yeah. So kind of tap into the stuff that you're doing when you're not doing hair. Think about that. Are you like into wellness, into vitamins? Maybe now you can start thinking about selling vitamins that really help nourish the hair and regrow the hair. Just kind of start to think outside the box, because it's crunch time. Like, we really have to, it's time to make it work. We can't just sit home and wallow in our sorrows. Like, what are we going to do? Like, how are we going to make it? You have to really start to, think about it. And information is power. Like Felicia was saying, just sharing that information with our network of stylists and that network sharing it out. There's so many things that a lot of us just don't know. So we're just doing what we know. So if you don't know, you don't know. So for instance, like the safe practices, you were mentioning, Felicia, someone putting the plastic between each other. That kind of stuff, when I hear that, it worries me, because as we know, and even the barber side thing, to be honest, like this is stuff that's being transferred through, like, your mouth. It's not, yes, it's going to be on surfaces, but the main way it transfers is out of our mouths when we talk, not even just coughing or sneezing, when we talk. And we talk so closely with clients. Yeah. So that has to be figured out before we just start going into the salon in droves. That really has to be figured out.
I wanted to tell you all, and I don't have it around me, but they have these shields that you put on, and there's a shield. So that way, when you talk, because we're behind the client, we would be the ones to...
Yeah.
And I hate to say that, but it is.
But even when we're washing, they're like talking.
Yeah.
It's a back and forth exchange.
That's true. And so there's this mask. It's clear. It's like a shield that you wear. And I ordered maybe like 5 of them, and I've given them to some of my other hairstylist friends, makeup artist friends. And so I believe in our trailer, when we go back to Insecure, that's what we'll be wearing as we work on everyone, are those shields to protect us. It's really going to be an interesting adjustment. This is probably the biggest surprise of 2020 and of all of our lives.
Yeah.
I never believe we would see something this devastating happen to everybody. Yeah. The rich and the poor, Yeah. So it's definitely a time for us to not carry the fear, but definitely put empowerment behind it. And we need a lot of people are not using common sense. And so it's like there's this social distance, but then what happens when you enter the space that somebody else just left? Like, how long is that, those drop, I have a lot to figure out. And so for me, I find that probably talking to God way more than I ever have before, just to help me navigate common sense, you know, just so I get what needs to happen next, what my client needs. Like, I do house calls, right? Because I work with celebrities, they don't come into a salon space. So I have these foot coverings, and you put them on. We got to start wearing because even from walking from outside to in the house. So there's a lot to think about, but I suggest that everybody make a list. Just kind of go through. If you're at home and you don't have a client, act like you do and go through the steps of what you would do and work it back so that you become more aware of the sanitizing part of things. With the client,
and the transfer of things. Just even like my mom was a nurse. She's like, it's not just take the mask off and put it somewhere. When you take the mask off, that mask also may have the bacteria on it. You have to make sure that you're putting it away safely. It's not just throw the mask on your counter, throw it back on, or, you know, your client comes in, you have them sit in the chair. The chair you just finished cleaning it nice. They sat on it. Now you grab it to spin it. Then you stop. You're doing their hair. Now they grab it just to hold on, and then you grab it again to spin it.
Well, they have these disposable capes now. Okay. So my team, we're looking into disposable capes. We're looking at, you know, you're going to have to keep the Clorox wipes. You got to wipe the doorknobs off when people enter. A lot of stylists would put the cape on and not put the Sanex strip around the neck first. Right. We were taught that in cosmetology. Yeah. A lot of people just fell off, you know. So there's so many steps that we really need to work out. And it would be good for us to do it now instead of waiting till this thing is over and then going to the salon and trying to figure it out. Figure it out right now.
There's salons. I saw a salon that's like prepping for their reopening. And I think PBA mentioned this as well. Like, don't let clients come in with anything other than like their credit card in their pocket or their money in their pocket. There's nothing that they can put down or pick up and take with them. Like, you're not sending them home with anything there then and there. They can, if they want to purchase product, you can ship it to them. There's not a lot of transfer that's happening. So you come in, you get your hair done, you leave with yourself, just what you came with. So there's nothing like, nothing else happening.
Okay, got. Well, I mean, I think that is what, because you guys are already kind of touching on this, but would you recommend any other type of sanitation practices for salons or even for freelancers? Because they are, like I think about because I freelance, I think about just having my kit with me, rolling it on these New York dirty streets.
You're a makeup artist.
Yes, and it's just like
right here. You right here. Yeah.
I even think about that, like as a like the wheels on the makeup case, or even like
everything.
I know that some of my friends who are makeup artists, they started to take the essentials out of the kit. If it's a client they've always worked with and they kind of know, they take what they need, they put it in a smaller bag and take that with them. My group and I, like I said, was telling you about texture management. We are looking at the UV ray cases that are portable.
Yes, okay.
Because I have phone soap, which is you put your phone inside of it, it kills like 99.99% bacteria from the UV ray light. So we're looking into purchasing those and helping some of the other salons get on board with that and having that. And so these are things, I mean, like we really got to make a list.
Yeah.
The masks are so important, making sure you get the right mask. It's not just getting a mask that, is just a piece of fabric, making sure it has like filtration in it. Even if you're making a homemade mask, get some like coffee filters, like cut them in like rectangular squares or rectangles and slip them into a pocket into the mask just for added filtration if you can't get your hands on like N95, which a lot of people can't.
Yeah.
And leave that Popeye's chicken sandwich alone.
Yes, health as well.
Smack about that chicken sandwich.
That is so true. So I'm just going to ask another question because is part of it. Are you guys also kind of sad that this is going on right now?
It's
Because,
so different.
you know, just being real, like, let's be real, like, it's going to literally change. We're artists. Part of it is, and then also a lot of us are into like the human touch, you know, and it's like to know that, you know, we might not be able to do that any longer. Like, how are you guys feeling about that?
It changed. Like, I saw an article the other day about a local, like, small restaurant, and the restaurant owner was like, I don't even feel like.
Naeemah, you there?
Because the reason why I'm gonna, you know, celebrate community.
Naeemah, you're going out just a little bit. Let me have Felicia pick the rest of this up, and then I'm gonna bring you right back in, okay? Felicia, okay.
And my gardener is going hard outside with this blower, so I
can hear it.
Oh, good. So please repeat that.
Well, I was saying, is part of it, are you kind of sad that we're going through what we're going through as artists?
It's weird. There's so many levels to it because there's so many stories and none of them sound positive. And if I stay away from the media, the news, if I don't watch TV unless I'm watching a movie, if I don't talk to anybody that is also in a depressed place, I don't know. I don't even know. It's just another beautiful day that I'm working inside my home. Once I go out and I see all these different steps we have to do and all these things going on, then I'm like, oh yeah, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Wow. Okay. And so now I feel like I got to work harder to keep myself intact, to keep my emotions balanced, to keep my spirit up, to stay in a space of belief and to stay out of fear. So I'm operating like an octopus. I'm just like spinning so many plates of my life right now. And in the beginning, the fear hit me. The fear was like, oh my God, what is going on? Like every movie that I've seen is come to life now, you know, except for the zombie part.
Hold on 1 second, Felicia. I'm going to bring Naeemah right back in, okay? But keep where you are. Sorry about that, Naeemah.
Oh, no. I think it was my internet connection. I changed it.
Oh, okay. Continue, Felicia. Sorry about that.
So I was saying, like, every movie we've seen, every conspiracy movie, alien, you know, well, not alien yet, God help us. But, you know, just all these different things that we've seen over time, Minority Report, all this stuff is coming to life now. And so it's just like, you know, and then I'm in LA. We had an earthquake the other night, you know.
Wow, okay.
Like, oh, for real, God, we got this. Now we got killer, what is it?
Hornets.
Oh, yeah. I feel like, especially because we're artists, I think sometimes we're really sensitive to everything that's like really like we take it on. We're really sensitive to what's going on. And we can get consumed in the fear.
Yeah.
And so we have clients that we talk to them and we share things and they are able to dump and pour into us.
Yeah.
So now we got to be strong for everybody. Them, our family, ourselves. It's a lot.
That's the part. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's as an educator that in the beginning, now I feel a lot better, but in the beginning, that's something that I struggled with because as soon as this happened, everyone went into lockdown. Like brands and different companies are like, okay, Naeemah, we need like lives and education videos, like get to it. And I'm like feeling like, you know, the shock of everything like everyone else. But it was my job to be like, hey guys, so like, you know, let's feel better. Let's do some braids, you know, and it was really hard. I think it took like a good 2 weeks for me to be like, okay, we're going to be okay. Let's, you know, balance our minds. Even when you had called me for that live feed, or Joy, you called me and, you know, you said, let's do this live. I think I told you like, sure, let's try next week. Because in the middle of it, I was like, no. The world is falling apart. And I wasn't even my like full self even in that live, but I was like, that was like my first step to like, come on girl, like shake it up. Let's get it together.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I think about that, and that is and that is one of the things like where I was like kind of like especially Black creatives. I don't want us to get consumed with the fear, you know, and then also like just go back into let me just exist in this world without doing more, you know what I mean, or doing what I really want to passionately do.
Let me get a real job.
Yeah, let me go get a real job, you know, and because now of course now, which I understand, everyone's like insurance and you know like that kind of stuff. Like I get it, but that's why I wanted to be like I want to still have you know like provide a resource of inspiration to people and especially Black creatives that we can still make it through and we can still have careers and you know things happen. You know, and just like what our ancestors, they went through, you know, they went through even like, hey, you know what happened. But it's just like, how can we continue to inspire and make sure like we're having future generations that go after their dreams, you know? So, yeah.
I gotta say too, I mean, and this is no judgment for anybody because we all struggle with this. We really have to watch what we're putting in our bodies. Some of the foods we eat are such, the vibration is so low, it takes us out. It takes us out of our mental, you know, capability, our physical capability, our spiritual. And we know, we need to start putting things in our body that cater and bring up that vibration of our mind, spirit, because this is not the time to be fooling around. Like we got to do better, and we know how. We do have to eat like our ancestors. We do have to go back to some of the old ways. At one point, when they was pillaging the toilet tissue out of everything, I remember my grandma. She was washing, you know, little cloths out. Like,
my husband was like, "We're gonna be okay."
I mean, at the end of the day, back in the day, people didn't have toilet paper, so they figured it out. We're product of ingenuity. We figured it out.
Right.
Yeah. And so, what I think that now more than ever, there should be a support group in terms of nutrition. Like, I want the churches to start talking about nutrition. We're so used to like the church picnic with the fried chicken and the sugar and everything. Like we have to do better. It's hard. I love sugar and I love salt, but I feel like as it relates to our people, there's definitely an agenda to where people want us to be, and we have to take control over that, which means we have to take control over what we eat, who we're around, what we think, what we read. We need to read more things, even if it's just a page a day that feeds into your spirit, that helps you feel stronger. We have to figure out where the empowerment is for us. And if this is my last thing, if you can, we are literally supposed to have about 20 minutes of sunlight, vitamin D for the melanin in our skin. And it's not just the melanin. It helps with the brain. It helps with the way we function and think and to keep our wits about us. So we have to go back to that. That's ancestral. Yeah. So I really want people to start looking back into the ancestral part of who we are and bring that forward.
Felicia, do you follow I Am Surviving Vegan?
Yes.
My girl, everyone should follow her. Not only does she talk about veganism, she just talks about like just our health and, you know, things that we need in terms of like surviving as just like Black people and what things, you know, affect us in different ways because our systems are different, you know, so it's really important that we know how to navigate through that to feed into our souls so that we can be healthy, so that we can survive things like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's so true but also like the fact that as freelancers or salon people, we eat horrible on the go. Like, it's not real like eating. It's picking at something, or, you know, like grabbing a sandwich here. You know, like, especially in the salon, you're like on your feet all day and take a proper break, you know? So that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Is like, how can we start to take care of our community like that? Our creative community, our hair community, our makeup community, and really like provide like some type of solution for people that have a hard time like eating. Because we provide a service and people don't expect you to actually want to go eat your lunch. They're like, oh, we're getting ready to start shooting again. Y'all need to wrap whatever 2 bites you had. Like, yeah. So,
and you know what else? I think we overlook the fact that we have our tribe around us all the time that can hold us accountable. So on set, we work like 15, 16 hours a day, you know, bam, bam, bam. And you don't sleep a lot, which is another thing that's not good for your health. So what we started doing was we would get together in between takes and we would do squats. We would do wall push-ups. We started doing things to stay up. We would try to walk around the corner, you know, if we had a break, or walk up a hill, and we supported each other in that way. We would say to each other, like, don't let me eat that. Slap my hand if you see me, go towards it. And sometimes it can be annoying. Nobody wants to be told what to eat. But when someone cares about you and they want to see you survive, they're going to try to help you. And we have to start taking that in and not looking at that as a judgment all the time. That as this person wants me to do better, I know I want to eat this donut. I do. And I don't want nobody saying anything about it. But when somebody comes and they do, also recognize that that could be the spirit. You asked to do better. So someone will show up to hold you accountable to that. And for us to discount it, that's not in alignment with what your spirit wants. A lot of times you can walk up to a plate of food, or even at the market, and you could look at it and say, that might be good. Or you can ask your body, do you want that? Every time my stomach will hurt.
Okay.
My stomach, pay attention to your body. It'll tell you when it doesn't want something. But your tribe is going to keep you right.
I think it's important to, like you said, pay attention to what you're eating and being healthy. Like, I feel like the first step is more acknowledging that we're not eating healthy. I feel like a lot of us who do eat healthy, sometimes we're hesitant to like post about like either veganism or just eating healthy because we feel like other people are going to feel judged. And we need to get out of that. If it's to say like, hey, this is going to make you feel better, like stop eating, you know, like so much dairy, or stop doing this, or take your vitamins, or do some exercise, you know, do your squats, like not being, you know, afraid to hold each other accountable, because that's the only way we're going to get healthy. A lot of people don't know what's the right thing to do. They think they're eating like, I'm going to get a salad, you know, and I'm going to put some cheese dressing on it, or cheese and a piece of fried chicken. I'm eating healthy. They just don't know. So to be able to, you know, as a community, put that information out. Whoever gets annoyed about it gets annoyed about it, but you're gonna awaken a lot of people, and they're gonna be like, oh, I didn't even know that was doing that wrong. You know.
And I'm gonna say, Naeemah and I, we travel so much, and it's so hard for us to keep a workout regimen and a diet because we want to sleep. We're in a different time zone, so sleep is valuable.
Yeah.
You know? And it's really difficult to hold that space of accountability and keep a regimen going. And so since I've been home with this, because my excuse for working out was always, I travel, I travel. Since I've been home, I've been working out. I was like, I don't have that excuse anymore, and I don't want that excuse anymore. So I've been working out. My brother and I live together. He's alkaline vegan. He follows Dr. Sabi's way. And so I cook for him and really for us now. And so it's taught me a better way of life. It's taught me, like, I got on liquid supplements over a year ago, and it's made a whole difference. I'll be 52 this year, and I literally feel like I'm 30. Like, just incredible. And so I feel like for Naeemah and I, we have to, and any other hairstylist out there that's like, the way we work traveling, you have to really call us, call me, like, be like, okay, I don't know about this. I'm over. I was in New Orleans for 3 months. Do you know, I think New Orleans is trying to kill people because everything out there, the food, I couldn't find anything nutritional. It's not even their fault. They don't even know. They're known for their food and their liquor. So, and that's why they're really going through it right now with this virus. But they have to restructure their way of eating. I order a salad and they put a bunch of cheese on it. I don't eat cheese. So it's like, it was a hard balance.
Yeah. Yeah. We look at soul food like we're celebrating our culture, but it's also doing us a lot of harm. We have to find a way to reinvent that soul food so that it's feeding into us and helping us as a culture instead of like,
Yes. That's so you guys, y'all thought y'all were just gonna come here and get some hair tips. Okay. We feed the whole entire soul in this house. Okay. That's because it's important. That's if you want to have a successful career, you have got to take care of yourself, and especially as a hairstylist, makeup artist, stylist, if you're always on your feet, you're always on the go, staying healthy. And if you're the only one kind of fighting for yourself, staying healthy is that important. So I think that that's really, really smart, guys, to say. I just wanted to let everyone also know that in 10 minutes, we're going to open up for questions. So everyone start, putting your questions in the chat box. I have a couple more questions, ladies, though, before we do that. So how you guys are going to have to do more sanitary, salons rather. Everybody actually is going to have to do more sanitation work and policies and practices. How will that affect costs? Like, are your prices going up, or are you suggesting we need to, have their prices go up? Will this scare away potential clients?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if anybody knows. Like, literally, it makes sense that the price will go up because you have to do it steps. But I think there's ways around it. I think that I'm just going to say you can buy everything in bulk. And what I feel like we should do in terms of empowering ourselves and keeping the business in the community. As we know, people of color have a hard time building together, right? We look at other races of people and they come together as a whole, buy in bulk and sell. We need to do that. Some of the salons need to come in together and buy in bulk so the price is so high as an individual person doing it. Then you can get a better price when you get more.
Like a co-op system.
That's exactly it. And so we need to do more of that. And I think this situation will train us to start working together. Train
a blessing in disguise.
It's a blessing in disguise.
I like that.
So we really need to start doing it that way instead of individually. I'm going to go get my gloves and my mask. Look out for everybody. Like, let's all put our money in together. Get this thing. Share with the salon up the street. Even maybe they want to put their money in. Get it bigger. So instead of you paying $25 for a mask or something, maybe you pay $3 because you bought it in bulk. You bought 100 or 1,000 and you got a better price. So we need to start doing it that way. And I don't mean getting that bulk and hoarding it. I'm talking about sharing. I'm talking about everybody putting in and giving back. So I feel like that.
Right, and not buying in bulk and selling it out. Buying in bulk and sharing that initial cost. Yeah.
We go farther when we go together.
I like that a lot. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Actual solutions to problems, to upcoming problems, because that is one of the things I wanted to do is have, I want everyone to have a plan of action. And I think that is a great, if people start doing that now and start forming their co-ops now, that once this lifts, they're ready. They're ready to rock and roll, you know, and we're not waiting around to or hurrying to get ready, you know. So I think that's a great idea. Great idea. So yes, ladies. Oh my gosh, Naeemah, do you have? Did you want to have any? Did you want to say anything with that, or?
I wanted to add, I think that now is a good time for everyone to take classes, like sharpen your knives, sharpen your skills, like get on top of those classes. A lot of brands, a lot of educators are giving classes for free, you know, just to keep everyone engaged. It's the time to take advantage of that, you know, because the price might go up when this is over.
I'm trying to get that class.
Yeah, I have a free class up on Amika right now. Take all the free classes you can. It's not just in hairstyling, also in, you know, how to communicate with your clients, how to do proper consultations, all kinds of classes, you know, just classes to help you get another business going. Maybe you're also, like I said, you're doing selling wellness things, or you're writing a book, you know, about your experience as a hairstylist, something else that you're going to be doing to maybe back up your business, because maybe you're a freelancer and maybe the clients might not be rolling in just yet, but just having a backup plan. If anything, this experience might have taught a lot of people is to have a backup plan, you know? Like, it's so important and so vital, because we have families to feed. So it can't just be like, well, hope for the best. As freelancers, you know, a lot of freelancers are living, you know, whatever check comes in, that's the check they're using, pay the rent, buy groceries, et cetera, and they're just waiting for the next one to come in. We can't think like that. We have to think about savings and, you know, and financial wellness. There's a lot of classes about financial wellness, building your credit and all of that stuff to make sure that you're going to be okay, whether or not something like this happens again.
Oh my gosh. Ladies, that was amazing. Okay, so my last question for you guys before we open it up for everyone else is, what are some words of encouragement that you can provide for up and coming hairstylists that may be dismayed or discouraged from starting?
Man, so I had to talk to a friend of mine the other day, and she was sharing with me that she went and got on the system. And to get some food stamps, and she has a daughter, and I totally understand that. But what I told her is that I asked her how she was feeling, and she told me that she felt depressed. And I said, okay, I understand. I said, so what are you doing about it? She said, I'm in the bed. I said, all right, let's talk about this. I said, look through our history. We have never been prepared. This is your time to get ready, to be prepared. I shared with her the gifts that I know she has besides being a hairstylist. I also was very candid with her about how she'll execute something and not see it through. And that thing is waiting on her. That experience is waiting to open up for her. And that we actually do have the power. There is a law of attraction that is set for it. It don't matter what virus is happening. There is the laws of attraction. They work. It's a universal law. So whether good or bad, you can attract anything. Good stuff as well as bad stuff. So my encouragement is often to let people know that is what they have. They have the power to attract the good. I tell them, make a list of your strongest points. Besides doing hair, you want a website, like Naeemah said, take a class. They're free now. So I often find the strongest part of a person, and I focus on that, and I bring that up, and I show them in the mirror how magnificent they are with what power they have right now to create.
Okay. What about you, Naeemah?
For me, when I first started as a hairstylist, I didn't get into it for the money, you know? I got into it, like I left a good paying job with my own office and everything to go to beauty school, to be a hairstylist, because I was in it for the passion of it. But at the end of the day, we have bills to pay, we have to make money. But what we have to keep in mind as artists is that the world is waiting for those doors to open up so that people can come in and for us to make them feel better.
Yeah.
People are waiting for us as artists, We're the ones that are there to pour into our clients on their wedding day, the day that they lose someone, the day that, they're, going in to have a baby, we're doing their hair. All these important milestones and important days in their lives, we're there. So don't think that we're expendable just because we're not, essential workers. Mm-hmm. It's okay. We're not essential workers, but we are a luxury. Mm-hmm. We're a luxury. So when
you guys are essential workers. My hairstylist, in my opinion, is an essential worker because, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're a luxury to the world. People come and sit in your chair, not just to get their hair done, but also because they know that you as a stylist, you're going to be there to make them feel good, just human to human. So don't feel that, maybe the business for hairdressing is going to go down, for makeup artists, we're not going to have business. We are. You just have to be prepared to pivot and do that business in a right way in terms of, the safety practices. And now if you don't have that end of the business set up, then you will feel the brunt of, losing money and not being able to support your family. But if you are taking this time right now to set yourself up, to take those classes, the barbicide classes, and learn all of the safety practices, when those doors open up, you will be okay. We are going to be okay. The world is waiting for creatives to open back up, to make everything look good and feel good again. True. So we'll be fine.
That is so true. So guys, let us go ahead and Felicia, Black Wholeness Collective said that you are amazing. Showed you have how amazing you are. So guys, please let us know if you have any questions for these two ladies. Carmen, Felicia, how do you anticipate protocols changing on set for hair and makeup? Has a media or productions you work with said anything officially or unofficially? That's a great question.
Yeah, it's really interesting because what we found out is that they really didn't have it all together the way we thought. And when you become unionized, you have to take a lot of classes, online classes about sanitation, safety, this and that. And now you find out that everything you learned, you still don't know. Still don't know. So they're working it out. They update us weekly about how they're trying to structure everything. But there's a lot of rumors going around now, and we just got a new update recently that said not to listen to what they're saying might be the structure, because they started saying, they're going to, when it comes to eating lunch, they're going to put everything in separate containers. You got to go in with your mask and your gloves. You have to be tested before you walk into the trailer. We don't know. We do not know yet. So, but that's a great question. We just don't know what's going to happen.
Is there anything like you guys can do to make suggestions, or?
I haven't looked into it yet. I haven't looked into the suggesting part, and I probably honestly should see, because they have meetings all the time and online now. But yeah, I don't even know what the true answer would be to any of this, because there's so much. It's not just hair and makeup. They got a whole production team that's going to have to follow this protocol. I don't want to get, that's all I can say about that.
Okay, well, we don't want to get that's not what this program is doing. We don't have jobs after this. So, okay, welcome back, Naeemah. You wait for just a second, but one of the questions is about sanitation practices. Are you also going to be implementing, or do you have any thoughts on implementation of sanitation practices within, the salon? Or I know you guys were mentioning the mask, but also the plastic. Anything else? Right.
Well, what I mainly do is teach classes and do photo shoots and things like that. So honestly, I've been new to thinking about what it is that how am I going to safely teach a class, like a hands-on class? How is that even going to happen? I don't really have the answer to that. And in terms of like working on set, we're going to, you know, of course, be wearing masks and the, what do you call it, the screen thing on the face.
Yeah.
Those typical things. But to be honest with you, I'm not really excited about that because, you know, when you're on set, I don't know about you, Felicia, but when I'm on set, I'm hot. Them lights are going, you know, you're running the blow dry and heat styling tools. It is hot up there. Yeah. So I'm just really trying to think about like ways that I can keep myself comfortable during, you know, this shoot or whatever it is that I'm doing so that I still like my job at the end of the day. I'm not like, oh, I don't want to do this again tomorrow, you know? Just think about, okay, how we're going to do all these safety practices. What can you do to stay cool and feel comfortable and not make your client feel uncomfortable or the model sitting in your chair? Yeah. Like, what are we going to do? I don't necessarily have the answer to that. I just know that we have to stay safe. Yeah.
This is so good because I'm telling you, there's always a yin and a yang to everything. And this situation is, anybody even listening, this is an opportunity for you to create something that hasn't existed yet. This whole situation is an opportunity for someone to create another business that has not existed yet. Because we definitely don't want to be uncomfortable in work. And I'm going through menopause, so I sure don't want to be hot. Because when I get hot flashes, I'll be thinking Corona. And so, you know, so yeah, this is
them lights are a lot.
Yes, they are. Yeah, and I can't imagine being on set, but being outside on set and being like, now I have to wear the mask and I have to wear the gloves. Ooh, it's gonna be a lot, y'all. So yeah.
We're gonna have to adjust for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about it yet. I'm just trying to take one day at a time. I'm planning for my future, but I'm not planning the part that just right in that area. Like I gotta have results. I gotta have a solution. Like I work backwards. I even watch movies this way. I go to the end to see if everybody lives. Yeah. I'm weird like that. I will go do that too.
You're like my husband. I'm always yelling at him like, don't tell me. He's like, I
don't like to be surprised. Like I need to know power. Like power, I needed to know who's gonna get killed, but I wasn't being surprised.
If I'm watching something and I feel like there's some anxiety behind it, I'll fast forward. I'll be like, okay, how's this go? All right, now I can watch it. And I realize that my life is like that. Like I would rather know what's the end of this? Like even with this, what's the outcome? So now I can work backwards and prepare for that. Yeah. You know, so we don't know the outcome.
Right.
And it's really like this part of my life is probably the most I've had to put trust. Like, oh my God, like, and I'm not a person who just trusts stuff. So this is like, ooh, it's uncomfortable, that part, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, okay, I wanted to ask really quickly, Felicia, you mentioned about food and I hear echo. I think there's something going on with the system. Sorry, guys. I'm still going to keep talking, though. I want to talk about the importance of diet and vitamin D and self-care on well-being and your hair. Both of you guys can answer that, you know.
Well, for me, like I just started eating more like vegan in like September. Okay. So I'm like 90% vegan, 10% eating seafood, fish. And it has changed my life drastically. It really has. Like, I just have so much more energy. My skin is better. And even my daughter, she is like very asthmatic. But once she stopped eating dairy, like our lives changed. Like we used to kind of live in urgent care. Like every other weekend, I'm taking her because she can't breathe. Like the machine at home is not working. And just to see, and a lot of us Black people have asthma. It's like really rampant in Black communities. And just to see like a change like that, just so simple in my eyes that it just changed like our lives altogether. So a change of diet has really been beneficial to me, even just in my like clarity at work and my mood. And, on set, there's an option of the salad or the slice of pizza. I'm going to take the salad because taking the slice of pizza, I'm not really ready to start doing work again. I'm feeling sluggish. I'm not ready to go. The itis is kicking in.
Yeah.
So just knowing that those things, and even though we make fun of those things, just to think about it. Something that you ate, it just took your power away. You don't feel alive. You're not ready to go. Just to know that if you can make an alternative choice and it can really just change how you move through life, it's just amazing.
The shift. Yeah. How about you?
So my nephew, who I love dearly, the teenager, and he's been walking around thinking that he has sinus issues, but really he just loves to eat chicken and cheese.
Okay.
Every day. No vegetables, just chicken. And I think that anybody watching, still on here, if you are a dairy eater or a cheese, you're eating cheese, you're fooling with things like that. If you cut it out for like a week and then you eat it again, you will notice that you will have postnasal drip right away. You will be phlegmy right away. You'll feel it. And it lets you know that you may not have sinus. It might just really be the cheese. But if you just cut it out, I'm telling you, and then you eat it one day, it happens quick. The body reacts quick. The body is intelligent. We don't give it enough credit. It is intelligent, and it always will let you know. And so for me, I didn't realize. So I have fibroids. I found I have fibroids, and I got them late. Usually you don't really get them after 50, but I was gone for like 9 months working on set. We were doing movies back to back. So I'm eating food off set. Now, what I do, I'm weird, but I take my own grapeseed oil because they got some mystery spray. I don't know what that is, but they create a pen, and every time I try to find out, they take the container and move it. So I'm like, let me just bring my oil. So I do the best I can. Sometimes you have to dissect the food. Sometimes you're hungry for hours and they come and bring these sandwiches. You got to go in, take out this, take that, and just eat the inside or make a salad out of, it's kind of got to work it out. But at the end of the day, we definitely can tell the difference by removing everything and then going back to the basic and starting little by little. I even train my clients that way in terms of their regimen. I start them off by saying, okay, what do you have in let me see what you're working with. Okay, let's take that out. Some people are doing too much. Sometimes we just do too much. Maybe you only need 3 things. When you go to buy something at the store, look on the back. Do you recognize any of those ingredients?
Yes.
And if you don't put that in your body.
It's not food.
It's like somebody blindfolding you and putting something up to your face and eat this. Why would you do that? You want to know what you're putting in your mouth. So don't just assume that the food industry cares enough to give you. They're leaving it up to us to do right. So I'm telling you, say some stuff, and then those of you out there who pray over your food, pray also to have the strength to say no to some of the things you don't need or want in your life.
Yeah.
You have to call upon that strength.
Because Lord knows I need to pray on, Lord, give me the strength not to eat this chocolate cake right now.
It's going to be like, it's hard to stop doing something that feels like so necessary. Like when I used to eat like so much carbs and meat and all of that, I would be on set and be like, I need a carbohydrate. I need some carbs. I need a piece of bread. Like I need a slice of pizza. And it wasn't that you needed that. You needed energy. And after I eat that, like I feel like full, but also I feel sluggish.
It's like,
just trusting the facts to know that that's not good energy. You can't eat good carbohydrates and have good energy. So like you were saying, Felicia, to step away from all the bad stuff just for a week, just to see. If you don't believe it's going to help, just to see and see how you feel a week later when you go back in and reintroduce that stuff to your body, you'll be changed and you'll realize that you just really need to make a change in your diet.
And I want to say 2 other things. I was starting to tell you when I was on set eating a lot, my breakfast started off with an omelet. I started listening to podcasts about these fibroids. Eggs are not our friend like that. and everybody loves eggs. But eggs and women, especially women of color, the estrogen, a lot of us have fibroids, endometriosis, different things like that because of the eggs.
You eat more hormones.
Yes. So if you have issues like that and they're wanting to cut on you, start with your diet first before you let somebody go in and start removing stuff out of your body. Start with your diet. And so now that I don't eat eggs, I don't have the pain of fibroid. I don't feel it. So I do more herbal tinctures, teas. We're over here trying to learn how to make our own tinctures and teas and taking the dried leaves and making different things. And it's actually fun. You know, grow your garden. Even if you're in an apartment, have you like a little something on the balcony. You know, it empowers you. People listen to us talk, but when you start doing these things, it raises your vibration. It empowers you, and you actually feel good. Just like learning how to do your hair at home. You say, oh, okay. And that's what we need. It's that upliftment to help you and make you do better. You want more of it.
Felicia, so, you know, I've been talking to founders as well, and you founded a brush called Brush with the Best. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the brush came, my texture, you know, they have the texture boards. 3's curly, 4 is coarse, pinky, right? And I'm a 4. And there was never any products or tools that helped me. They always were just scary. You know, the products, the tools were always against me. So I said, I want to look out for people with hair like mine. So I started working with this brush, and it was cool, but not quite. So I basically redesigned it. And I said I wanted it to be for texture 4 because I feel like texture 4s don't get enough love or respect. Their hair is always looked at as the bad hair or you know, whatever. And I don't believe there's such thing as bad hair. I just think there's good scalp, bad scalp, which means it's to take care of the base of it, right? So the brush was created to help women with thick, textured, kinky, curly, coarse, coily hair to make it easier so that they can feel normal, like nothing's wrong with them. And the brush opens up and it moves with your hair. So it just makes it easy. And it's been a wonderful business venture and a great challenge because I assumed that no one really cared. I'm a hairstylist just doing my thing. But I was wrong. Everybody's knocked the brush off now.
Yes, girl.
That's business. I think the part that I learned and was more devastated is when they came for me with the knockoff, when they started to take videos off my page, when they started to do podcasts against what I created. And that was a whole nother level. A whole nother level of learning the business. But I'm grateful that happened because it made me go back to the drawing board so I could create something better. Products coming out. And I often say, if anybody ever heard me speak, I learned from a magnificent client. I used to have a very wealthy woman that there's 2 things you need in your life in order to sustain it. One, you need a product that works for you, whether you get sick, you don't work anymore, you know, anything that could happen. You need something that you can make money while you're asleep. The other is something that people can only get from you. They don't know how to describe it or what it is, but they can only come to you to get it. And what that is the essence of who you are. As a hairstylist, makeup artist, barber, who you are, your personality is what brings people to you, and they want more of it. So that's my takeaway.
Yeah, and that brush is bomb. And I'm like, like you said, I had seen that brush before, but then when I saw you post that, I was like, oh, it must be good. And then I realized that you were the first, and this is your brush. I was like, this is what I'm talking about.
It's been around since 2012.
And, you know, people trust you. People trust your expertise and your knowledge. Like you said, it's about building your brand and making people have a space that they can trust. And that's what you're doing for sure.
Wow. So, ladies, I think we have another question that has come into the building. Let's see. Tashinga, what websites, social media pages, or videos do you ladies recommend to assist us in changing out our daily diet and lifestyle?
Daddy.
Well, I have the one that I mentioned earlier. I Am Surviving Vegan. This sister is like full of knowledge and information. And it's not just about veganism, but it's just also about eating foods that are real foods and not, chemically treated foods, and making sure that we're eating foods that help us vibrate higher, as Felicia was saying. Foods that, have life to them, have energy to them. So I Am Surviving Vegan is one of the top ones. Another one that I follow is Avant-Garde Vegan. And it's just because, like I said, I not only eat vegan, I eat fish as well sometimes. But he's taught me how to use vegetables and use real food to create stuff that can be interesting, and as interesting as I thought eating meat was, or fried chicken or steak and things like that, just to keep it interesting. Because I feel like a lot of people find healthy food to be boring, and that's why they're not really attracted by it, or how they were raised. Like how my mom used to cook healthy food, like, just vegetables back in the day, like overcook them, and it's not how I eat it today. So kind of rethinking how vegetables are cooked, and, trying to like keep your mind open to tasting new things, and tasting vegetables and how they're cooked in a better, like, more tasty way these days. It'll help you change your mind about food. So those two are my faves.
So
I know. Okay, so Felicia, go ahead, tell us which ones you.
there's a few. Afro Vegan Beauty.
Oh, okay.
Instagram, Afro Vegan Beauty is amazing because she's talking about diet, health. She cooks. She's introduced, and her veganism is fun. Like you look up, and she done made a chili cheeseburger, and it ain't. Yeah, I don't know what she. And it's not even like soy based. Like I don't eat soy, So she's a good one. There's also a friend, a client of mine who's doing a lot of stuff with the CMOS, and it's MWO Afya, MWOAFYA.
Okay.
And she's doing a lot of great things with tinctures and herbs. And also, I listen to my brother's podcast, Lead Up. And Lead Up is excellent because what Lead Up is giving me is what Nipsey Hussle has started to do here in LA, which was create businesses, create a community where people of color who are doing amazing things, and they keep you uplifted so you can do amazing things.
Yeah.
Lead Up is an excellent place where I go and I hear what we have going on, because a lot of us don't even know what we are doing in the community to support one another. Those are my tops.
Wow, I love that. So guys, like, I personally have a question. What are you guys, how's your life looking in quarantine right now? Like, have you guys been able to like adjust a little bit to it, or are you still feeling like you're like struggling with it? What do you think?
I'm not gonna lie. If I had a pool, a swimming pool, and jacuzzi, it would be so
good.
Yeah, we all in the same struggle, but we're definitely not in the same boat.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true, right? Oh my God. You have I'm sorry, Naeemah. Please let me know what you think. How's your in the quarantine?
I've definitely adjusted to it. I feel a lot more relaxed and a lot less anxious than I did before. Taking care of my daughter, so my days look like, cooking and doing schoolwork and arts and crafts on the floor. I'm teaching her how to do hair because I have to do these these classes on live and stuff. And she pops in and starts disturbing it. So I'm like, let me find a way to like include her. So that it's less disturbing. So I'm like showing her how to use spray and how to use our brush and stuff like that. So it's been fun.
You've also been doing photo shoots with her.
Yeah, I have been
cool.
It's been fun. Like a really big magazine actually just contacted me today, and they're like, "Can you do another one? We want to do a feature of her." So so that's been fun.
That was so smart.
And she loves it.
I need to take a second. I know we're going to close out quick, but I don't know how many people on here, if you guys are aware, Naeemah is amazing. Like her hairstyling is effortless. It's beautiful, Naeemah. Like
Thank you,
I love going on your page when you posted something new. And sometimes I try to wait it out so I can get like 3 good pictures, and I'll be like, she's incredible.
Thank you so much. That means so much coming from you.
Because, I mean, seriously, Naeemah, you're an artist, really.
An artist.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We have one more question in the chat. Felicia, what do you look for in hair and makeup artists that you represent?
I really look for professionalism. I look for people that have integrity with their work, the business. And what happens with texture management, a lot of the women, wherever they live, they've come to LA. They train with me for about 3 to 5 days. And I go over certain etiquette because we work a lot with celebrities. Texture management was created because I didn't want everything to be focused on me. I'm not the only hairstylist out here doing what I do. You know, she's so cute. There's so many talented hairstylists, and I wanted them to have shine the spotlight and be introduced to celebrities who need them, because a lot of them are going natural now. And so I just do training on just how to show up so that you are represented. You're representing yourself and texture management well. I look for skill. I look for a website that is professional photos. And we talk about all that when people contact me. We go through everything that they need to have in order so that they stand on their own and they also stand with texture management.
I love that. All right. So we have 5 minutes left, and I want to give you guys a chance to have some parting words. Naeemah, is there anything you would like to say to kind of sum up, or, you know, just whatever?
I think I want to hop on what Felicia was just talking about, like what you were saying you needed to see in the people that you represent. I think all of those things are so important, and just being a hairdresser in general, just a hairstylist in general, an artist that is looking to be booked, you know, just making sure that you're on top of it. You're not, you know, full of ego. Your website or your Instagram looks professional. You can post, you know, fun stuff and selfies, but the majority of the stuff that you're posting should really be about your work if it's, you know, an Instagram that you're looking to use to get booked. And I think that is one thing I'm seeing a lot with us, like women that reach out to me and they're like, oh, like, I'd love to assist you, or, you know, I'd love to get some information from you of like how to come up in this industry. And the Instagram one is private. And I'm like, sis, like, how's anyone supposed to find you? So take that private off, build your Instagram with photos. And it doesn't have to be professional photography. It could be, you know, your iPhone. iPhones take amazing pictures. Use your phone. Take pictures of your friends, your mom, whomever. Just post photos of your work, and people will find you. And making sure that, you know, you represent yourself in a professional way. Because sometimes people are looking for an artist, and maybe the person that usually assists them is not available. So they'll like go on Instagram and find someone. They'll land on your page and be like, wow, like her work is amazing. And they'll click on a video and they're like, see, I don't want that to happen on set because you actually a mess in this video. Yeah. And then you just lost the job. So just think about that. That page, whatever you do on that page, whatever you say, it will be held against you. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Truth. Felicia, you have any last, we have like 3 minutes left. You have any last?
3 minutes, wrapping it up. Okay. So I think for hairstylists and just people in general, I'm speaking to people of color, period. I think the theme going forth is find your tribe. Find the people that resonate with you, like-minded people that support you, a community that upholds you, so that we can do better. Right now, if we're in a race, if we're all in a race, we kind of back there. We need to be here. So for me, it's like, how do we get up here? How do we jump over the hill, over the hurdles? So, and all together, how do we do it together? So find your tribe of people that resonate and they're like-minded. Don't talk to anybody that is not on your level, because it will bring you down to theirs. And that's basically all I have.
Well, ladies, okay, so everyone, like I said earlier, I know y'all thought y'all were just going to come and get some hair tips. But you guys gave like life tips to people who do hair. You know what I mean?
Holistic.
Yes. And I think that to me is like,
thank you.
So that to me will serve such a bigger purpose because it will keep us all healthy and our communities healthy. And that is one of the things that I really wanted to do is help to heal emotional trauma, generational trauma within our communities. And I think eating right is one of them. Like, yeah. So ladies, I want to say thank you guys both for being on today. You guys were amazing.
Thank you, Joy. Such a dope experience, dope platform. Congratulations to you. This is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
The whole name, all black, everything.
Yes. Sign me up.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. So I want to tell the audience real quick that we are getting ready to go on an hour break. Go grab some dinner, everything. And next up is Miss Portia Fabulous. We're having a fireside chat with Portia. Take care, ladies. You guys have a great day. Love you both. Bye.
Bye.